Hello there everybody, my name is Bloomer Brown and today I am swapping out the agricultural machinery for something a little bit more space age. We are taking a look at Surviving Mars, which officially released yesterday, and I managed to download it late last night. I am actually a little bit pressed for time today, but I've decided that I wanted to get in and at least try out the game and maybe record a couple of episodes. So let us just jump in and begin a new game. I also I hopefully have installed anyway, the Stellaris Dome set, which came as part of the pre-order. I naively thought that the game would be available for download at about 9 AM yesterday morning. Unfortunately it wasn't, and I had to go to work, and so I wound up purchasing the pre-order, which I normally don't do. But circumstances being what they were, that's exactly what has happened. So we do have the Dome pack. Hopefully it is installed. Okay, so our difficulty bonus at the moment is at 20%. So this is a very easy start, and I don't think that I am going to be going with this. I think we're going to select a new mission sponsor. And since this is a trip to Mars, there is only one that I really feel like I want to play as, and that is of course Space Y. We start off with 5 rockets, giving us normal difficulty, funding of $6 billion. We're getting some extra research there, and we've got rare metal price and starting applicants and all that good stuff. Space Y is essentially, if you've played Kerbal, you'll know that Space Y is essentially the video game equivalent of Elon Musk's SpaceX. Of course, so named to probably avoid copyright infringement. So let's see, we are going to select a commander profile. I'm thinking of going for rocket scientist. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things in here, and I'm sure I will probably settle on something that I prefer later on, but for now I think we are going to go as a rocket scientist. I think that gives us an extra rocket. It does, as far as I know. Yeah, we start with an extra rocket and we get a CO2 jet propulsion. Unlocks the shuttle hub and long-range transportation, so that is going to be quite useful for expanding our little colony on the red planet. Our colony logo, well, since we are going with Space Y, I think the Don't Panic logo is probably going to be the one for us. Although we could go for one of the others like Serenity or the Final Countdown. That's looking pretty impressive with the ship logo there, but I think that we are going to go for Don't Panic, for obvious reasons. We are going to leave our mystery as random. There's all little quotes from different people here. Jean-Luc Picard: seize the time, live now, make now always the most precious time, now will never come again. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. The Inner Light, Wildfire, The Last War. The Last War. That could be interesting. I think we are just going to leave it on random. We are going to have a mystery and we're going to leave it on random. I haven't actually seen what exactly happens in any of those, and I think that's everything sorted out for us there, so we are going to hit next. And here we are with our rocket safely in orbit, going retrograde around the planet for some reason. We just ignore that, and it does very much look, well, at least it sort of resembles Elon Musk's plans for the BFR. So this is our loadout for the trip to Mars. We do have a little bit of extra space. I have been jiggling around with it here a little bit, and I am considering bringing some extra stuff with us, maybe a fuel refinery. Yeah, we're going to bring a fuel refinery with us. I've been planning on kind of altering some of these, but I think it's pretty much the basic loadout, and we're just going to go with that. Okay, so next we need to select our landing site. Our spacecraft is obviously on its way out to the Red Planet. We have Olympus Mons there. It would be an interesting place to land, however the dust storms and dust devils are pretty impressive there. They reckon that mountain is so large that if you were on it, you wouldn't actually realise that you were on a mountain. I think that we are going to touch down at Elysium Alpha. We'll keep it kind of standard for now. So we've got a difficulty bonus of 170%, and we are going to jump in and start and begin our descent to the surface.
Welcome to Mars.
And here we are. Our spacecraft is in orbit. We have our landing area selected, and we have been welcomed to Mars. Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the Red Planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. This daunting endeavour will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen and power. Sponsor is Space Y, and we are a rocket scientist, of course, which means that we should know a hell of a lot about landing this spacecraft. So we have got one tile already open up for us there, and that is the landing site. We've actually got a nice flat level plane to land on here. So since we have these orbital probes, we may as well do a scan of the surface, which reveals nothing in this area, nothing in this. I think that preferred landing site may not be as preferable as we think it is.
Anomaly found.
Okay, we found an anomaly. Well, there is a nice concrete deposit here, which will be quite useful. And is that a metal deposit up there? It is a metals deposit. Excellent. So we may as well, if I could zoom out again, let's zoom in here. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's a nice level area. We've got a nice hill formation there, very cratered as well, or rather it's not overly cratered, I should say. So I think, if I can just zoom out again, I think we're going to land the rocket somewhere in this sector here, pretty close to the concrete extraction thing. Let's see if I can rotate it a little. There we go. We may as well touch down there, and we can see the shadow approaching as it's on its final burn. Gently does it as we touch down. Of course, this is all automated and not like flying a mission like this in Kerbal Space Program. And so there we are. The rocket has touched down, and our little rover is coming out along with our worker drones, who will be used to gather resources and carry out all the construction work on the surface of the planet. And they are incredibly cute looking. They've got little faces. There we go. Let's get a proper look at them. Trundling around, getting ready, deploying out around the landing site. So, first things first, I think we need to get ourselves some electricity going. So let's see, we are going to have a look here, and I think we're going to start with some solar panels. We may as well, we should probably go for the larger solar panels. Let's have a little look, because we are obviously going to be building some domes and such up here. So we want to kind of, I think this area will probably be where we put our domes. So we're going to set up a little solar farm here to get some electricity going for a concrete plant. And I have clicked the wrong button. It is going to take me a while to get used of the game's controls. watching people playing the game is whoa, we have just had a massive impact over there. If that had hit our rocket, we would be in a little bit of difficulty. I think they're heading over to the metals deposit and they're going to be mining that out. We're going to just stick a little storage depot over in this area as well. And I think the best place for that is somewhere over, maybe closer to the rocket. And they will start to unload any of the cargo that we are bringing with us, and they're going to mine up the minerals and leave them there. We're also going to queue up a concrete extraction facility. We may as well turn it this way. No cable connection, of course, because we have not yet laid our cables. So we're going to stick that there, and we're going to connect up some power to this area. I am not entirely sure how this works. I think they have a range of influence. We'll see if that works. The following shortcut keys. Okay. We may as well extend that power line out along here. And we're also going to need something of a battery because, of course, I don't know if these have connection points or not, or do they have a range of influence? Do I have to get it over the cable? No blocking objects. Yeah, I think we're just going to stick one there, just so that we have somewhere to actually store our electricity once it is coming in, because the sun will inevitably set. There is a day-night cycle, and we actually seem to be coming closer to the end of the day already, so it is going to be something of a challenge to get all of this up and running. I'm going to increase the game speed just a little bit here and see if we can get some of this stuff built and see if it actually starts working. We can see our drones trundling about at ferocious speed. Perhaps our rover, which is, I think, the RC transport. Yeah, that we're going to get that out and start gathering up some metals just to help. There we go. All. I think that's how that works. No. And let's right click to deselect him. Oh no, he's he's actually just picked up everything. Okay, unload resources. All. Okay. No, he's picked them all up again. We're going to unload our resources here. And 30 units. Is he unloading? No. We have completely and utterly deselected him. He's going to unload resources. All. There we go. Now I've got them working, and we are going to load resources. Yeah, I think he's going to need a little bit of micromanaging. And oh yes, the drones are at last constructing our batteries, and our solar panels have closed for the night. Okay, so we need to build yes, one of these research towers as well. Let us take a look. Okay, so we need to do some exploration. We're going to queue up a couple out around our landing site. Okay, so we can queue up as far as 4. We also we don't need a rocket just yet. We need to get some research up and running. CO2 jet propulsion. Okay. So water reclamation, new spire building water reclamation system, fuel compression, increase cargo space by 10 tons. Okay, I think we're going to take that. Drone swarm, drone hubs are constructed with an additional 2 drones and a maximum number of drones is increased by 80. I think we're going to take that as well. And electricator amplification physics. Amplify increased production by 25%, so it reduces power consumption by 10%. We're going to take that. And productivity training social. Yeah, I think it is a thing that the research is actually somewhat random. Because I definitely had a different loadout when I did try it out last night. So that'll do us for now. We've got more meteor showers thundering down to the south, I'm assuming, of our area. So do we actually have to physically connect up this? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, our concrete production facility thing is up and running. So yeah, they do have a range of influences, just that we didn't have the solar panels open because obviously it was nighttime. I think I'm going to slow down the game just a little there again, and we are also going to begin constructing a couple of wind turbines. Can we get another one there? No, we're going to have to move it over this way very slightly, and we may have to extend the cable as well. So our ultimate goal is, of course, to start constructing our domes, but obviously we will have to wait until we have most of the planets set up for that. So let's take a look at the domes, basic domes. Okay, I think we actually, I think we have to research them before we start to unlock them. So all we have at the moment is a very basic dome, and I am led to believe that we will have produce waste rock as a byproduct, waste stored, dumped. Oh yes, so we need to create a dumping site for this mining operation here as well. So storage is a dumping site. We are going to create a little dump just over here, so that any waste material that we generate will be placed over there. We are probably going to be running short of drones eventually. Oh, and our batteries have been constructed, which is excellent. So as the sun sets over the horizon again, we should have a little bit of power, and they seem to inflate as they gather the power. I wonder how they're actually storing the energy. And one of our wind turbines has just come online just as those solar panels are going to close down for the night, so we will be able to continue concrete production long into the night. So let's see what else we can start constructing on the surface of the planet. Of course we need one of these scanner towers, a sensor tower. So somewhere in this area I would say would probably be the best place to do it, since this is kind of going to be where we are starting out from. We'll probably continue our wind farm over this way, so we may continue our sensor arrays and that over this way. And we need some electrical cables to run to that. I may have made a mistake in placing that there. Hold on. Let's we're gonna demolish that. We're actually gonna put it over here instead, and we may as well construct an additional wind turbine while we're on the go. And Stirling generator, where is our sensor tower? There's our sensor tower. and we're going to leave it close to the cable, and we're also going to extend the cable just a little out as far as this wind turbine so that we are ensured that we are going to be gathering the electricity for it. So let's jump back to the map and see how our scans are coming on. Okay, they're doing pretty well, and is our little RC transport is idle. We'll need to do something about him and get him doing some work. Are these mineral deposits? Metal deposit. Okay, so we're going to get him to harvest all of the resources over here. I think he'll just do that automatically. We'll see if he gets it done. So checking out how much stuff we have now. We have got 18 metals, only 7 concrete, no food and no rare metals. Our power surplus is up at 21.4, which doesn't mean anything to me really. As long as it is in the green, I am particularly happy. Okay, so power production, power demand. Okay, so we are producing far more power than we actually need. We may stick another battery in there as well, just because we can. Electricity is not something we want to be running short of, and of course we are neglecting the Dragon 1 lander because we have a fuel refinery that we need to get up and running. Shuttle hub, tunnel, salvage. It's probably going to be under production. Machine parts factory, a fuel refinery, which we have conveniently brought with us. And I don't know, does that need available prefabs, consumption 5 power, maintenance and base production. Okay, produces fuel from water, so I think we actually need water before we can start refining fuel. And I'm not seeing any water. Or did we bring any of the moisture vaporizer? You need prefab parts. Okay, so we've already failed. I should have brought one of these moisture evaporators with us, because we don't actually have a water source with us, so we are already in a little bit of difficulty. And it will, since things seem to be lagging on me a little bit at the moment, it will probably be in the next episode when I try to remedy that situation with the water. For now, I'm going to say thank you very much for tuning in to this rather inept bumbling through this series. I really thought I was actually going to be able to find it a little bit easier than this. But not to fear, Bloomer Brown is here, and I will figure something out, and we will start producing fuel to send this rocket home. We may have to bring another rocket out with a moisture vaporizer in order to produce fuel to send the rockets home. We do have 5 rockets anyway, so I'm not too worried. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. You have been watching Bloomer Brown on YouTube, and I will see you next time.